People, let's be honest. Um, Donald Trump is a scam. He's a liar. He a scammer. He never did nothing good for anyone besides his family and his people that support him only. Um, I want to talk to y'all about inflation. The funny thing is, everybody keep talking about inflation, and that's the most important thing to them is the economy. But y'all have to remember that in 2019, 2018, and before, the prices that y'all saw then, that was pre-COVID. That was the prices that was before COVID. And COVID happened, the whole world got inflated from COVID. Joe Biden had nothing to do with inflation. Kamala had nothing to do with inflation. It was the whole world inflated. We had a shutdown, not just America, the whole world. This was a global pandemic. The funny thing is, Donald Trump liked to talk about the gas prices and the cost of food and the cost of rent on the year of COVID. If you got any kind of common sense, you will know that when COVID happened, everything was down because everybody was afraid, scared, sitting in their houses, dying, wearing masks, confused, not knowing what was next. We felt like we was gonna be in those masks forever. I felt like we were gonna be in a mask forever. Joe Biden said that if you elect me as your president, I can beat this. I know how to beat COVID. He beat COVID. The sad part is he beat COVID. He beat the economy crashing, which a lot of experts were saying it was going to be you know, after the shutdown that we're going to be in a recession. It was no recession. For the whole 3.5 years that Joe Biden been the president, everybody been praying on him to have a recession. Praying on it. They praying that he have a recession. They didn't want him to do nothing right. But the reality is, he was able to overcome all of the obstacles of COVID, including getting rid of COVID, so we can be here today without masks on. So we could be here today not worried if we're going to lose our life. Everybody bashed Joe Biden year one, was saying, oh, you know, he's got these mask policies in place. He's making us wear a mask. Then they complain he's trying to force us to jab ourselves. We don't want to get jabbed. We don't want to get shots. He's trying to force us to get a vaccine. Then they blamed all that on Dr. Fauci. Donald Trump won't credit. He won't credit for COVID going away. But the core reality is Donald Trump had nothing to do with that. He what he did was he caused it to spread because he failed to be a leader. He failed to be the president when it was his turn. You can't just talk about the president when you talk about wars or economy or inflation. You have to talk about health. Health is wealth. You have to talk about health. You can't just talk about all these other things. You got to talk about people's lives. Y'all want to talk about the economy and talk about the price of food and the price of rent. But what about the price of lives? What about all the people that died during COVID? What about all the people who lost loved ones during COVID? What about all the people who had, was afraid to come outside? Who was trapped in the house, couldn't do nothing? What about that time? Do y'all remember that, 2020? Because it seemed like a lot of y'all forgot. 2020 really happened. In 2020, we had a global pandemic. We was trapped in the house, afraid of losing our lives. And that was on Donald Trump watch. But y'all rather talk about inflation. Inflation is not real. Don't fall for the propaganda. Inflation is down under 3%. Soon, right after COVID, the inflation was going to go up. The whole world inflated. But the wages went up too. So y'all ask me how inflation is not real because the wages went up, then the prices went up. When you put two and two together, you're still at under 3% inflation. Meanwhile, you got Donald Trump and these clowns over here talking about 50% inflation. I want y'all to ask yourselves, how much is in y'all paycheck now? I want y'all to show me some pay stubs where before COVID, y'all was making this kind of money. Everybody who comment or who might watch this video is going to comment, I want y'all to show me where y'all paychecks was better before COVID. And that's all I'm going to say. So stop the lies about the inflation. Stop the lies about the economy crashing. Stop the lies about Donald Trump is better for the economy. Donald Trump did nothing but made it worse. And that's just facts.